We live.
Happy New Year's.
Yep.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 26. Hold on, we got a surprise, Mike. You gotta chill. I'm about to I surprise him. You gotta be quiet, Mike. Hold up. Brothers Talking Shit, episode 26. That Clinton Portis. That's all I'm rocking.
All right.
I am the Flesh Man, better known as the Fat Boy, also known as the man who has no motherfucking problem calling your motherfucking ass fraudish. Oh yeah, and I'm your Huckleberry. And I'm the guy who always fucking up.
And I'm Rel, aka Iceberg Shorty, aka the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. Don't add me unless you try and cut the check. And oh yeah, Mr. I don't give a fuck. What's up with you, brother?
Now, chilling.
Yeah.
Now, we have a favorite already. He came in, stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop. Cousin Mike. What's up, cuz?
Hey, how you doing, fam? It's Cool Mike, Cousin Mike, also known as Dr. Mike, and in the future known as Crypto Cool.
Hey. Hey, I like that. Crypto Cool.
I like the Cool Mike. He cool as a fan.
Yeah.
With your cool ass.
Hey.
Let's get to it, man. Happy New Year. Matter of fact, how y'all New Year's going 5 days in?
Man, I'm good. I ain't even gonna much hold you. I ain't gonna complain. All is well in the world. That's pretty much it. That's cool, totally Mike.
It. Yeah.
Cool,
Happy New Year to Happy New Year to everybody. I have to say the same thing. I think 2 Chainz said it best when he said, "If you woke up today, you winning." So just to get another day to go get it, man, it's a blessing. And when you put that on top of the new year, you know, nothing but good things moving forward.
Definitely. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to that elephant in the room. It ain't in the room, but it's out there, man. Surviving R. Kelly, man. Have you guys watched?
Man, I've seen a couple parts, and it's been absolutely pandemonium. Yo, we was watching The Barbershop this morning. We was watching The Barbershop last night. Hey, bro, the little bit that I'm catching is nuts.
Cousin Mike?
I have not seen it, and I don't know how to feel about it, because I really, not like I'm holier than thou or nothing like that, but I really have felt funny about anything R. Kelly wise for years, really since that whole situation kind of initially broke and you begin to understand it. So I haven't watched. It's not to say that I won't, but I am. I'm interested in the social media aspect of, you know, they're acting like it's new stuff. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me, you know, bring me up to speed on that.
Okay, for me, it feel new because it's a lot of things that I didn't know or didn't search to know. I didn't inquire. I'm a strong believer in ignorance is bliss. Now, let me start off by saying that I've really been the type to, I haven't let personal beliefs and what people have done as far as musically affect how I deal with their music. I've been able to separate Kanye's bullshit from what I love about Kanye. Through the R. Kelly things, the trial in 2008 and all that, I was able to still enjoy R. Kelly music. Because to me, I don't look, when I hear R. Kelly song, I don't think about R. Kelly. I think about what that song means to me. How do y'all feel when y'all hear R. Kelly song?
Yo, like that's my biggest thing, separating the artistry from the bullshit, right? But so here's the other side of that coin for me. Yo, we financed him paying these women off. Like you're a part of that, right? So now it's like, yo, the dollar that I spent to pay for TP2.com went to him putting some hush money in on a 15, 14, 13, you know what I'm saying, 17-year-old girl, right? He was paying them off left and right. And the sad part is, like, the girl in question, she got an NDA, right? So her family ain't talking. The only person talking is Sparkle,
right,
who was her aunt. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, her uncle got on the stand and said that it wasn't her.
you know why? Because money is green, bro. I seen some shit firsthand. Just, I mean, not even to jump off topic, but when I was down in Atlanta at Mary Mac's Tea Room, and that whole what's old girl name? Um, God damn it, Paula Dean shit happened. The lady who it was happening to was my GM at Mary Mac's. So I saw, I read, I witnessed all those people come up from Savannah and start working at Mary Mac's. And the ones that didn't come up, they was getting their hands greased and 50,000 here, 25,000 there. I seen it all, man, with my own two eyes. My man hungry, he couldn't be bought, so he came up to Mary Mac's Tea Room. LJ thought she was gonna get a goddamn $5 million settlement for the shit that happened to her, man. So I understand how when you got money and wealth, how you can hide some shit. But you gotta watch it, cool. The little girl looked Madison age, right? So
Little as hell, like not mature body wise at
right.
all.
So if I see that, like when I saw it, I thought about my own daughter. You know what I'm saying? Who ain't that far from 14. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? She be 12. Right? So you know, Kels, you know what I mean? Everything. All the girls in my family on a personal level, you're like, geez, she looked like she 14.
Like she not go ahead, cool.
I'm always, I'm always going to be on the side of the kids, man. Like it seems, and I don't know, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but especially even I can't speak for other communities, obviously, but from a black community, a black perspective, keeping things like sexual assault or even that situation, the underage situation, like secret or protecting the adults in the scenario, just doesn't really sit well with me at all. You know, so that's my personal take, and that was really before my 12, almost 13-year-old daughter, right? We going back a ways about allegations and all that. So I remember the BET special when it had Aaliyah and R. Kelly on there before Aaliyah was Aaliyah. And it was fire seeing this young lady. You could see her spirit through the camera and through the lens, and people out there of a certain age talking about. It's crazy to know that situation was actually a grooming, pedophile, type situation. That's wild to me to know. So I just think, as a community, we always should fall and protect the children when it comes to specific things, especially that age situation, underage. I can't believe it. I definitely gonna check it out.
Right. So,
What?
and just to kind of take right real quick, Nee, just to kind of take it back to the time, you got to think about it. So he married Aaliyah and lied about her age, right? Her
Right.
name, her album was "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number," right? This all pre-social media. He put out a song with Jay-Z called "Not Guilty," right? This is all the same time. Dog, you couldn't go to a flea market in America, go to a
No, no,
bootleg
no,
spot,
no.
huh?
Not guilty wasn't. Not guilty was the J joint.
Right, he was on it. It was the same time frame. They both was talking about being not guilty. The Jay shit was from and I'm telling you, R. Kelly shit, same time, bro. Same time frame.
No, 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 no. The Aaliyah and R. Kelly shit.
No, I'm not talking about Aaliyah. R. Kelly was way before then. I'm talking about this incident with the 14-year-old.
Google it. I'm not sure about that,
I'm
bro.
telling you,
Google it though.
I got you.
I just because I think it's a difference because R. Kelly felt the way because he rolled with Jay through the situation, and when his situation came through, that was around the time of the second album for the or the first Best of Both Worlds drink. That was
Right.
different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
The R. Kelly, the Jigga Kelly not guilty was doing Jay
About
shit.
yeah.
Right.
But the
The no,
allegations for R. Kelly came around the same time. It was
No,
the
it came
same
around the
time.
time. No, it came around the time of the album they had, the Best of Both Worlds. That's why there wasn't no promotion behind it. It didn't get no push because Jay stopped fucking with him right when it first came out. Those are two different time periods. I'm pretty sure
All
those are
right.
two because it was R. Kelly feeling away because he rolled with Jay through his unsituation, but then
Mm-hmm.
Jay fell back from him through his rape situation.
Okay.
Well, Jay probably, it sounded like he had pretty good reason.
Right, exactly. Now let me go more while you're looking at that. Let me go more into it. Now, like I said, I was always able to do the R. Kelly things, still listen to the music. Last
Mm-hmm.
night, in the last 2 days, I watched the 4 episodes. I erased all R. Kelly music out of my playlist. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. I had, and me being uneducated on the situation, in my head, I had an idea of a couple different scenarios.
Right.
No, we talking about a lot of different, like from like from before, like the album when he first, like, since he been out of high school, damn near. He dropped out the 11th grade. Since he's been signed, he's been going back to high school, messing with 14-year-old girls.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
So the Aaliyah thing wasn't the start, and like it's been going on before that. Aaliyah was just the first major name. This is something that's going on for damn near 30 years.
What was that? Volume 3, right?
Which one?
Not guilty.
Right. And
Uh-huh.
then they did the Best of Both Worlds one.
So Volume 3 came out December 28th, 1999.
Well, probably, yeah.
Yeah, December 28th, 1999. Right. December 2000.
Right. The R. Kelly
Okay.
thing ain't come out till 2002 or 2003.
2001. The sex tape was out January 1st. I mean January 2001.
Right, but the charges was brought up.
In 2000.
No, the charges came after the tape was out.
Right. Okay. Tracy.
So it was a different periods though.
Okay.
So I say all that to say I really had to break down and say I cannot listen or support this man's music anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was under the understanding that it was a couple of instances. I mean, maybe 10. We talking about like way more than 10. We talk about maybe 100, maybe hundreds. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right, like he and his brother sitting on his brother who's in jail is sitting on there talking about how, oh well, men have their kind of women that they like. You get what I'm saying? And my
Mm-hmm.
brother just happened to like younger women. And it's not only the fact that he likes the younger women, it's what he do to them and what he put them through. You can't, if you're his younger chick. First of all, one guy said he go in the studio. This before TP2 and all that shit. Before Lee, I think. He going to
Mm-hmm.
the studio. In the main studio room is a bedroom. It's a chick in there in the dark. It's chicks in like 4 different rooms in the dark just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkle talk about how she at the house chilling. They watching the Bulls game. They hear a knock on it. It's a knock. It's a knock. It's a knock. She looking around. Ain't nobody paying no attention. It's a knock. He said, yeah, it's his wife in a room. Asking, can she come out to eat?
Mm.
Wow.
She was a prisoner of her own home. These chicks was prisoners of their own home. He said, the chick said she was watching the game with him and said she like Cleveland. He said, you don't like Cleveland. You like Chicago. If you didn't call him daddy, he slapped you. If you didn't abide by or broke one of his rules, you didn't eat for a day or two.
Mm.
Wow.
I really had to adjust how I look at shit. I couldn't stand by the fact that the music separates from the man anymore.
And I'm gonna tell you, Nick, as a fan of this podcast, early on, and I obviously don't remember what episode, it came up casually before this specific R. Kelly documentary and all, how this separating the man from the music or the person from the music, the behavior from the art, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I kind of flashed back to remember you saying, maybe at a time when you didn't know, I got to check out the documentary because it's obvious to me at talking to y'all that there are new things that I didn't even know. So I've definitely, and it had to be something for you to be like, look, I cannot separate the man from the art in this instance because what he was doing sounds like some old next level other world type stuff.
And I was definitely one of those guys who said, I kind of like, well, I'm not worried about. I was definitely that. I was definitely the guy who was like, I still love the music through regardless. And even crazy part, right? Going into the podcast, thinking about the podcast before I seen it, I knew he's going to address this topic. And mentally, I was telling myself how, I was going to defend, like, well, we still listen to Michael Jackson. And I think I said that before, too.
Mm-hmm.
Brian McKnight, he beat up on his wife. Brandy hit and run and kept it moving and all that and killed somebody.
Yeah,
So I was really
pun.
ready
You know
to
what I'm saying?
defend certain
We
things.
there's a bevy of people that we could go into that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Guess what?
You gotta have a
I
different
still
conversation.
can't. This is different.
Okay.
I can't compare those things to this.
Okay.
Because this is just way too extreme. It gotta be true. It gotta be. There's no way this isn't true.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was that deep. And I can't, like I said, I had a game plan, and I was ready to face whatever I was going to face about where I stood as far as that. And today, I say that after watching 4 of the 6 episodes, that I can't. Do I still want to listen? Like, do I? It's not my problem. Make the music. Do I still love feeling your booty? Yes. But to play it for me is like
He was filled on a 14-year-old's booty.
not that. It's not even what I think, but I just can't support his music anymore, playing his music anymore. Not that when I hear that song, I think that, but because of what I'm seeing, like you said, we've all played the part, and he's been covering up money wise.
Oh yeah,
This
we
money that
we
he's making.
bankroll his pedophilia. Like that's the reality. When they talk about the music execs talking about we can't afford to lose him, which is probably true. You know, what I'm saying? This is just a lot going on. Like he was still doing specials, like was it the Super Bowl or some
He
shit when
did the
all this was
Olympics,
going
the
on?
opening of the Olympics,
Oh, the
right after he
Olympics,
got out of jail from that situation.
right?
That's crazy.
Yo, it's nuts. Like it's just, and the fact that he hasn't served one day in jail, right, says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Those NDAs are a motherfucker, right? So at some point, I guess it's easier for you to shut people up. You know what I'm saying, financially, and then you have people who don't have anything. You got the girl best friend on there doing a documentary, but the girl ain't nowhere to be around. She's 30
Right.
years old, bro.
But listen, this
Like
the
that's the
twist.
reality. She's 30.
After the situation, her dad played guitar on TP3. Her dad played guitar on like 2 different albums after that. Yeah.
Whoa.
On 2 different albums after that. It's crazy. One girl, she got him some disease. I can't even remember the disease she gave him. The chick was like, the chick was damn near dying. He sent her mom $1,000. The little girl, after this situation, he gave her $100. No, I think they said, me and T was talking about it. T said this, so don't quote me and shit. T said that after Aaliyah shit, he gave Aaliyah $100 to be quiet.
I heard Dame Dash had mentioned. I'm not sure if y'all caught that. I forget where it was. He spoke briefly on this, man, or with some level of substance. So he had mentioned about how there were certain things that he wouldn't get into out of respect his spirit because she didn't get into that. And one of those things was kind of pointing the light of or the finger at her parents and part of it. So he wouldn't speak on that at all. But he apparently felt some kind of way about Hove doing the Best of Both Worlds album and alluded to the fact that he wasn't really present or around for that situation because of what he knew about Aaliyah and whatever R. Kelly. And he just came out and said that how whatever it was real dark and bad, how he treated these women. And that was just me again hearing his perspective on it. So it's really sickening, man, to hear that this dude was operating on some easy level, and the idea that we bankroll his pedophilia, and you got to look at it and call it. When we do that, that's really what we're doing. And I'm saying we being complicit at some point over the last 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've never listened to a song, even though I stopped messing with them as heavy. You know what I mean? So absolutely, that's wild.
Right. And like TP2 got me through my whole first deployment, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it means so much more to me than just an album, right? So like Rough Days in the middle of the Arabian Gulf, You know what I'm saying? Cooking for 5,000 people. That's why I got my chef coat on. You know what I'm saying? All you can eat. And TP2 got me through that. Like, so for me, it's like you were saying, Neve, it's more than just the man attached to the music, because music gives you a feeling, right? And that feeling takes you back to some special times in your life. And that time for me was very special, right? I was 19 years old, away from home for real, fighting a war that I knew nothing about and getting through it with my brothers and sisters in arms, right? So I can't allow what he did, his demons, to affect what would help me get through my personal life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Neve, you frozen? I can't hear you. Oh.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, Flush, you there? I'm gonna pause it, y'all.
Like, it's crazy, like how he was cutting them off from their family and stuff like that. But it was crazy to me, even like it was one young girl on there who was going to the trial. She's from Chicago. She was going to the trial in 2008 every day, and they was communicating, like talking, like he went and found her. Like, why? It's just crazy. He's responsible. You know what I'm saying? At whatever age he was, he's responsible. But it was so many misguided young ladies, man. Like, I'm surprised ain't nobody brother or dad or nobody get their hands on this man.
That's what I was saying in the barbershop. You know, a few years back, me and Danielle were walking through the mall in Kentucky, and he was just walking free willy, just him and two chicks. And I mean, I was like, we look at each other like, was that R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, yo, ain't nobody touched him. Like,
How can you violate that many young ladies? And then what was bothering me, because me and T watching, I'm like, why would, okay, if he went home, why was these young ladies going back to wherever he had them going to? But it was the, oh, he's so, how could you not like him? He's so nice and he's so da da da. And he's so, he preyed on young women who obviously didn't have mothers that were constantly around or family members that were constantly around. He preyed on, he was a predator. He is
you keep saying
a
was, he
predator.
just had
Right.
issues last year.
He is. He is. He definitely has issues. He definitely has a problem. Definitely. That's not even a question.
Right, and he not
And
the
I'm
only
just
one to
surprised
blame, bro. He not the only one. Like,
people like, and he's a like. Listen, the wife was bringing. He can't read or write. So when you got flights going back and forth and people moving around and hotels getting booked, he was so crazy that he was booking chicks in hotels that his wife was staying at.
he had his mistress and his wife staying at the same hotel.
Crazy.
Gosh.
Like I said, I really
Puppet mastering it all.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him. There's a couple other people that should be going to jail also. If we want, he definitely should be in jail. It's people that's around him that played a major part and continue to play a major part, and not only protecting him but helping him to do what he's doing.
Yeah. Like they set him up like it. One, he's set for life, right? Let's be clear about that, right? And he could not do another tour date in the United States and still tour overseas and be great, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he ever suffers from this situation, right? You know what I'm saying? We already wrote him off, but this documentary is probably the death of R. Kelly, right? You know what I mean?
He need his ass whooped. Like, he really, that's what fucks me up. Like, ain't nobody. If my sister come to me and tell me this is a situation, because when they snap out of it, what up? Why ain't nobody line his ass up? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's the crazy part.
But he
Even when,
like that's what I'm saying. He can disappear. Roman Polanski never came back after he was, you know what I'm saying, charged with that. And he was doing movies and getting nominated for Academy Awards. Like recently. You know what I'm saying?
and know what else fucked me up? Because they go into how it's so many artists. Whether it was, I mean, they even go back to what's the group back in the day? The white boys, Elton John and them. Was it, no, not Elton John, Paul McCartney and them.
The Beatles.
How the Beatles and them had songs like, it's a lot of artists in the past, especially in rock and roll, where they were messing with young teenage girls
Yeah.
and songs and everything. Like that's another thing that really was caught my attention, that it was so many art like rock and roll stars who had songs, and it was a lot of things out there like they were messing with girls that were very young and they were grown ass men.
Well, that was a part of society, right? So it's funny because we was talking about it last weekend at the family vacation. Like, my grandfather married my grandmother when she was 15. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So times changed, right? Like, how old was grandma when she had on Duke? 17? 16, 17?
Yeah, she was young. I mean, my mother was 16, pregnant with my sister. Even a generation before that, they was young. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay.
Right. So, I mean, that's that time, right? So,
But
I think society changed.
and it's not just the fact that he was dealing with younger girls, it was what he was putting them through too. It wasn't just
Right.
the fact that he
The
had to think
abuse.
about young girls. The things that he was doing to them mentally, because they were young girls and they weren't grown and they didn't had the strength to, make their own decisions and all that, and how he went about doing things. It wasn't just the fact that he was dealing with young girls. For me, it was the fact that how he was treating them in the mind games, and like what he put his wife through was crazy. He put his wife through a lot of shit, like a lot of shit.
But they pulled up a video of her the other day, you know what I'm saying, listening to his music and singing it. Talking about, that's my baby daddy.
A word.
Yeah.
But the mind,
The internet is undefeated, yo.
the mind with the what he put up, he still got a head pray.
Mm-hmm.
Once you got somebody hit, like I've heard on some pimp shit, like with pimp move, it's not about they. If you got a woman's head, there's nothing else that matters after that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you got a head, it don't matter about nothing else. If you got a mind, that's it. That's the key.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Definitely, I definitely suggest. Go ahead, cuz.
I'm gonna check it out, but it leads me to a thing that I always think about with regards to genius, any kind of genius, art genius, musical genius, right? Like, so what's the dude that cut his ear off, right? Widely known story.
Van Gogh? Was it Van Gogh?
Yeah. I have this theory, man, that people that are of a genius mindset or level, it's almost like, especially when you talk about mastery, there's no doubt that R. Kelly is a master at song composition, creation, and all of whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something wrong with geniuses, man, that operate on that high level of understanding. And so, even when you look at somebody like Kanye, and I don't mean wrong in that sense, and I mean in a light surface kind of way, but it is almost your genius level folks. It's always something to be seemingly a little extra or off or weird, so to speak. Almost like you have to have a certain level of not normal to get to that level.
I believe that.
Yeah. Something's off. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we're gonna leave R. Kelly alone for right now. Right now. We might go back to this next week. Let's talk
Shout
about.
out to them lining R. Kelly up right before his birthday. That motherfucker turned 51 on Tuesday. It won't be a happy one.
Right. Hold on. Before we get in too deep, rest in peace to Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah.
Which I don't care if you over 30, he played the little part in some part in your childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Mean Gene Okerlund. If you don't know who Mean Gene Okerlund is, this chick that's 40 don't know who Mean Gene Okerlund is.
Yeah, it's trash if you ain't never been to Mean Gene. He used to have a vicious burger spot out west.
Did he?
Fuck it up every day, yeah.
I know Rick Flames to say, Mean, woo, Gene.
Shout out to Mean Gene.
Definitely. On a personal note, shout out to my daughter's uncle, Kobo. He passed away 2 days ago at a young age, younger than 45. Once again, man, we gotta take care of ourselves as young black men. Do what we gotta do. He had a lot of things bringing. I don't know. I don't want to be specific because I don't even got the specifics of everything with him. But he went through a lot. He wasn't perfect, but he's a good guy. And it was sad to see him go.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. Condolences to the family.
But let's get to that Houston situation. Now I'm not too up on it, so maybe y'all two can lead this situation as far as the young lady, the child actually that it was a drive-by shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into that, fellas. What y'all think about that?
So the mother and the daughter were pulling out of the Walmart parking lot, and a gentleman in a red pickup truck started dumping in the car and killed the little 7-year-old girl and wounded the mother. Right? And they still ain't found his ass yet.
Was it a white guy?
It was a
I
white
seen the
guy.
picture.
Yeah, it was a white guy.
So was it? Do we think it's racially a racial thing, or what we thinking?
I don't know. Like, go ahead, Cool.
I think, to be brutally honest, man, if you look at over the course of the last year and a half or two, right? Mm-hmm. But the FBI statistics have spoken about the increase in unprovoked attacks that are racially motivated, specifically white supremacists on black people, right? So these attacks are happening. You're talking about girls on the subway, teenagers. I think it was Oakland or the Bay Area getting stabbed. One of them was in the neck a few months back. Right? You talk about these other the baby was a toddler age, was kicked in the back. The same couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks old, kicked in the back by a supremacist that yelled. They always say yell slurs. I'm assuming nigga was something was mumble. Walked to the grocery store, kicked the toddler in the back, right? Unprovoked. So the statistics are up, no doubt. Now, it's almost as if I then say, yeah, it's racially motivated off the rip, right? If I say that, somebody could say, oh, you just injecting race into whatever. I think we are living in a time that you are doing a disservice to your family if you are having or not preparing them for at least having your head on a swivel when you're walking out into this world. Especially, apparently, black females. You know what I mean? Black women. Like, so it's happening. And I think this seems like another one of those instances, right? That's crazy how it goes. So I believe it absolutely is racially motivated. Why else would you just do a drive-by shooting in that situation like that?
What I gather, it's a bunch of weak motherfuckers, man. When you attacking a woman, like I believe like hearing you talk, I definitely believe it's a racial thing, but it's weak. Like it's a bunch of big black men out here that you can run up on and do your thing to. Like when you involve women and children, man, I think it says a lot about you.
Real
Like
cowardly.
if you want to jump out here, pull up on 4 black guys. You get what I'm saying? Like for the fact that you talking about somebody kicking a little black girl in the back and like how weak are you to pull that off? Or to do that. That really to me is like it says really you can be racist as you want to be, but you ain't got no fucking heart for real. Like come run up on the NFL team, like you know what I'm saying? Run up on the NFL bus. You get what I'm saying? Like you're weak. It's real weak. You get what I'm saying? If that's the move, a woman and her child in the car, and that's you know what? That's what we want to do. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean that's disheartening, man. Because you just like the lady was, she was crying. She's like, did I cut him off? Did I do something to him? Did I bump into him? She's just trying to replay all the things in her mind that would warrant her child not being here no more at the hands of gun violence, whether that's racism, you know what I'm saying, random, you know what I'm saying, acts of violence, just whatever, man. And it's once you become a parent, you just don't think. You know what I'm saying? That day, you just don't think that you're going to bury your child before they bury you, right? It's just a natural instinct, right? That you just like, you know what I'm saying? My child's going to take care of me when it's time for me to go off the greener pastures and the circle of life, right?
Right.
So, man, I just can't. I don't ever want to feel that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I would lose.
But see, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, cool.
I was going to say, I had a professor at Howard Dr. Olive Taylor, rest in peace to her. But she said something so profound many years ago that I always stuck with me. I forget why we were talking about the subject, but how she mentioned how it was just wholly unnatural for a parent to bury a child. It's just not the law of order, right? It's not the law of nature. So you're right, Terrell. I cannot imagine what that would even begin to feel like in that situation. So it makes the scenario that much more, a deal to me.
You know what? That to me that goes back to our conversation, and it might have been a couple podcasts ago. What do you fear? And I fear not being able to protect my child or my family in a situation like that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's my biggest fear in the world is something that I can't control happening to the people I love. As men, as black as men, as a black man, I just know for me personally that's nobody taught me anything about this being a black man or leading a family and none of those type of things. Nobody taught me anything. So I guess it's all instincts. And for me, my instincts is just I couldn't imagine that being my daughter or my wife and my daughter going out and I'm at work or I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a black man and I can almost see the Samuel L. Jackson. What's that movie?
Time to Kill.
Right.
Yeah.
And jumping in that bag and maybe losing my mind almost.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally not being able to be who I've been after a situation like that. I don't know how you come from that. I don't. That's a feeling I never want to be in. I can never. It's a place I don't never want to go or have to deal with ever in life. And anybody who has to do that, I can't imagine it because I might not be this man that I am that people love or the people that people I won't be him anymore. I don't think if that was to be mine.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't laughing, joking, having a good time, that guy would not be present anymore. I think that would be he would be dead. I would be somebody else after that.
Mm-hmm. I can
Because
see that.
the guilt, because and it's crazy because at the end of the day, like you said, this woman is trying to figure out what did I do for them to get in that, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did I do for them to do that?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like I couldn't be myself anymore.
Yeah.
Like you said, like your kids are supposed to take care of you when you old. When I'm old and I'm gray, I want to y'all gonna take care of me and make sure I'm cool and drive me to my appointments and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got to bury your child.
Yeah. No dice.
I There's a lot of people that's in places in their lives and I don't understand it, and I can see myself being that might be what to have me like that on that type of time. Whereas though I just stopped going to work, like I would not probably be able to function anymore
Mm-hmm.
as myself after something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But shout outs to Hopkins for giving the family
Dedicating
a
the
game
girl.
check.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely respect that. That definitely was dope. But I mean, you know, that can't bring back that feeling in your heart for your
Yeah,
child.
definitely shout out to him though. Sometimes that stuff is taken for granted. It was on that man's spirit. You know, and as an excellent player, great for him for leading. Even that mild gesture, obviously won't bring it back, but it's a great thing for that young man.
Now I know we've been having a serious podcast, and usually I loosen it up, but I want to stay serious about something because it's something that came up that really, really struck me, and I really took some time, and it's been a couple weeks. That is something that's old, the CK Lewis thing, and him using the word nigga loosely, because we got Mike on, and I know Mike gonna give us some perspective, but to me, right, when I think of that situation, that scenario, as far as some using the word loosely in his shows, it kind of takes me back. Y'all watch Atlanta?
Who?
Atlanta, the show.
I watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2 at all.
Okay, you watch season one. Mike, you watch?
I watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2.
Okay, I'm going to season one. Season one, it was a disc jockey, right? White boy. The disc jockey white boy told
Paperboy.
no, not Paperboy. He told what's the name of the story?
Childish.
Childish's story about how he was somewhere and he was like nigga, and he told him the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it was Childish, Paperboy, and his homie. And he was like, yo, Childish say, yo,
Tell
tell
that
me
story
that
again.
story.
Yeah.
But he didn't say nigga that time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that with this guy C.K. Lewis. Like you do that for your crowd, but if it was a Def Jam crowd, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't say nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of took me there, like with him using it loosely, because you're in a space where as though if you're gonna say it and if you feel like you can use it whatever, however you use it, because I don't know how you use it in the stand up. I'm not sure that. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee if you was to stand up in a rough black audience, you wouldn't take your jokes there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as using that term in any way.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about the CK? And do y'all blame Chris Rock? Is Chris Rock guilty of something for letting that ride?
All right. So here's the video. Right. The video was 8 years ago. Right. You know,
We know
like,
it's old. It's
huh?
very old. It's
Right.
very
The
very
video
old.
itself is 8 years old. Right. I don't even understand why this shit is resurfacing now. So there's like literally groups of people that go online just to search shit to put it back out there to see if it'll go viral for clicks. Right.
Yes.
I think us all, us three here, and a lot of our friends and family were different people 8 years ago, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a whole different career 8 years ago that I thought I was going to still have, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Having a toddler child, you know what I'm saying, infant daughter at that time 8 years ago, right? You know what I'm saying? I was still in my previous marriage 8 years ago, right? So for it to come up now was very weird, right? And I'm not a fan of what's his name? Is it C.K.
CK
Lewis?
Lewis.
Is it
CK
C.K.
Lewis.
Lewis? Okay, I'm not a fan. So I like when I heard that it was in his bits, I was like, oh, but I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because comedians have always pushed the envelope and have been historically been able to say what they want to say, and it's only changed now because you have so many groups that now get offended who have power to change the way you're doing things, right? A la, the whole Kevin Hart situation with the LGBTQ community, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they dug up some tweets from, 10 years ago or whatever. It was 8 years for that too, right? So I just think it was let's see what these motherfuckers said 8 years ago and see whose feathers we could ruffle. I don't even really care. And I've been around people, even at a young age in the Navy, that weren't black that said nigga, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And for me, I thought nothing of it. And I tell people all the time, I probably use the vernacular so much that it doesn't trigger anything for me to hear somebody else say it. It's we, it's us. It's in that same realm for me, right? So we give words power, right? And it's not till the hoopla, the uproar, the concerns, the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the Archie Bunker skits and show on TV where they was using racially charged words. You know what I'm saying? Things you just couldn't say now. And it was a big deal when Martin said bitch on the show. Or, you know what I'm saying, ass or something like it was all a big deal and we was pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? But now you watch something on CW and there's a sex scene, right? So for me, I don't give a shit what he say or what he do. You know what I mean? He was around his friend, and if his friend didn't have an issue with it, I shouldn't have an issue with it either because we ain't friends. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Whatever, dog. Truly, you know what I'm saying? What your friends say around you is what your friends say around you. And I just don't want to be that guy who's in an uproar for a word that we've literally taken the power out of, right? So we all know that hip hop is the number one genre in music, right? How you think that's possible without everybody listening to it? No matter what your race, religion, creed, or color is, right? What you think they muting themselves when they rapping? They not. You can't avoid it, dog. I don't even know why we even have a conversation about the N word.
Yeah, I think my understanding is Chris Rock caught a lot of flack or is catching flack or whatever as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things like anything else in life where you what's the Mike Tyson quote? Everybody got a plan till
Until
they
you
get
get
hit.
punched about? Yeah, on my t-shirt.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where you never know how you're going to react until you in that situational scenario. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a story. I was in podiatry school, right, and we went. I was in school in Cleveland, in the Cleveland area. So this is dating back 01, 02, somewhere around that time. And we was at a party, and it was basically full of white folks and a handful of black people. And the guy was on the microphone, and some just regular random white boy. It was like an open air kind of outside thing, and he basically was like, "Can a nigga get 50 cent or something like that?" He was like, "Can a nigga?" He was asking for donations. He was on the mic like, "Yeah, something. Can a nigga get $1? Can a nigga get 50 cent or something?" And he said it kind of just like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if we were offended as a group of like 5 or 6, it was less than 10 of us. It was like 150 white people, right, around, right. So it's all not that mattered in the end, but it's all about, for me, I wasn't particularly triggered in general. And then if I was triggered, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna get into a bar fight and miss class tomorrow that I'm paying, tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars
Right.
to attend? It's a lot caught up in
I
that.
got shit to do tomorrow.
I got shit to do tomorrow is what we classically say. And I literally had shit to do tomorrow, right? The next, and maybe even that night. So, but we did collectively. It was like we went up to the guy and, spoke our piece about chill on a nigga talk, pretty much. But that's about all you couldn't do. It wasn't no fuck there. I'm gonna hit him with it. It wasn't none of that. Because, if it was, that scenario would have went a lot differently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so you never really know what it's going to be like until it happened. Now, it did seem like when I looked at the clip, like Seinfeld was more offended than Chris Rock. I don't know the scenario. I don't know how CK uses it in his language. I definitely believe if he was in mixed or different company, it's certain dudes and people he ain't using that around. Period.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? That absolutely is the case. You're going to self-censor. I also understand, I think dude CK ain't no little guy. You know how a lot of the Hollywood type things be like literally like physical stature might be, slight of build. My understanding is he not no little dude, so he might have felt empowered and all that kind of stuff or whatever the case may be. So you know how again Hollywood types can be slight a bit a little, but he might have felt empowered, emboldened to use it in that company. But my belief is that if he was in some other kind of mixed company or other presence, he definitely ain't using that word the way he used it in that clip. Mm-hmm. I think he felt comfortable using around somebody like Chris Rock, who's not necessarily known for reacting in the manner that you would think a real dude or somebody regular, somebody may be triggered by the word would. And I think we as black folks don't have a collective opinion about whether somebody should use it or shouldn't use it from our perspective. And those perspectives are unique. Yours being military based on it doesn't matter the same as somebody else, in general terms. And that's just being honest.
I think it says a lot. If you can't say it in front of that crowd where it's or a white man, you should be able to say that in a crowd where it's 150 whites to 10 blacks, and a crowd where it's 150 blacks to 10 whites. If you can't say it when it's 150 blacks, then you shouldn't be using it. And I think that should be the rule of the whole situation. If you can say it in the roughest, toughest neighborhood, then cool. But if you can deal with the consequences of saying it, then cool. I don't get upset, and I had a conversation, and shout out to my big homie Rendell because he was like, I know you, and you know the bad guy. I don't. If somebody was to call me right now, oh yeah, nigga, that's not black. I'm not affected by that. I'm not giving that word strength. End of the day, I don't feel like we should get rid of the word nigga for the fact that everybody wants to say it. White people want to get rid of it because they can't say it. If we took something with everything else, and one thing that you got to give black people credit for is we can take the worst thing and make it beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I'm losing them.
And you can't, and you mad. The only reason you want to get rid of it is the simple fact that you can't use it. All right, we've been serious for about an hour. Let's have some fun, man. Tiffany Haddish getting booed on New Year's Eve. What y'all think of that?
I'm gonna let y'all go because
Go ahead, cool.
I'm like Issa Rae, man. I root for everybody black, so so it's hard, you know. Listen, everybody tripping mess up. I've never seen Tiffany stand up or anything like that. I think, you know, Cat Williams' thing might come into play here. There's something to be said about a comic versus a comedic actor, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with being a great comedic actor. And I think we blur the lines here. So she might not be the best stand-up, but can still be great in the space of comedic roles and comedic acting. And you know, I'm just rooting for her.
I agree. I definitely agree. I don't know stand up wise if she fits the bill. If you want to go ahead and say she's the best female comedian, I don't think that's a good idea. You get what I'm saying? But as far as I think her strengths is playing a certain role as far as movies and TV. And I think she does a good job of that. I don't think necessarily stand up is her strength. Being very drunk going into a stand up probably ain't her strength either because obvious to me she forgot what she was going to go into.
Yeah,
I mean,
bad
it's a learning experience for her, I guess. But I mean, I think her money ain't her doing stand up. If she do a couple little clubs and some small shit where she having fun, cool. But her doing an hour special and trying to prove that, I think she need a strong writing crew behind her to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking like that, Iceberg?
Can I go now?
Yeah, go.
All right, she ain't fucking funny. Say what it is. Like, yo, I don't care if it's a movie. I don't care if it's a goddamn stand up. She not fucking funny. Tiffany Haddish gonna get a shock value. It's like, oh, I can't believe she said that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody think is funny. She ain't fucking funny. That's why she bombed on New Year's. That's the reality. Kevin Hart and then her in my not fucking funny list. Neither one of them. That's all I wanted to say. I was gonna say for grinding my gears, but fuck it, you brought it up. She ain't fucking funny.
I think you notoriously are harsh, to be brutally honest, but I'm okay with that. But you know, I never seen Girls Trip. I haven't seen Girls Trip. I must confess. But apparently everybody thought she was hilarious in that movie, right? All I'm saying is, with writers and time and everything, I don't think anybody has a. I don't like to cap anybody that they are who they're going to be, right? I actually believe she absolutely should get on the road and do stand up, even if she bombs 10 fucking times, right? Because it's something good to that if that's the lane she's going to get into. I absolutely think she can go more underground and hone her craft the way everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna do that or not, or is she just gonna settle into roles of you know that the Chris Tucker kind of roles, Jackie Chan? That she could do that too. There's a space for her out here, just in general. Is my belief. I don't think, and I think the same thing is true about Kevin Hart. By the way, he's not the best stand-up at all, right? But in roles and in movies, he thrives and is better in that situation to me than he is on the stage in stand-up scenario.
Right, they put her in that role, right? So her story is compelling, right? We like her story, right? The
Do you?
homeless, the
Do you
grind.
like her story?
Yeah, sure. Everybody likes a feel good story. You know what I'm saying? It's criable. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those. But you separate the story from the artistry, and she's not that funny. So you put her in a movie with Queen Latifah, with Jada Pinkett, and got daggone what's the girl name? The other one from Scary Movie, right?
I can't think of. I love her though.
Yeah. Yeah. So you put her and forgive me, I can't remember her name, but you put them in the movie
I love
together,
her.
and she the one doing the shock value thing. You know what I'm saying? So she stands out, right? So you're not expecting Queen Latifah or Jada Pinkett, who's literally playing the older mother figure role in the movie, and this other one is playing the businesswoman, and then you know what I'm saying. what's the name is playing a sketch, but then you just got that wild friend, and we all got that wild friend, right? So she plays that role. That don't make them the funniest one in the crew. You know what I'm saying? So she just stands out. She sticks out like a sore thumb next to those three people, right? But if you put her in a movie with like Leslie or something like that, she may not stand up that same way because Leslie funny as shit.
Leslie's funny as shit. What Leslie you talking about?
What's her damn name? Yo? Is her name Leslie Johnson? Am I butchering her name?
The man Leslie Jones?
Yeah,
She's not funny either.
she is funny. You don't watch Saturday Night Live. That's your problem.
She's not funny.
You watch Saturday
Hold
Night
on,
Live?
let's
Yes or
go
no?
back.
You watch Saturday Night Live?
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite comedian? I know
All
the
time?
answer, but who's your favorite comedian?
All time?
Huh? Yeah.
Dave fucking Chappelle.
Right. Dave Chappelle has bombed on the show before.
That's fine.
He'll tell you that.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Dave Chappelle has bombed on the show before.
That's fine. But
I
you
just
think
thought I'd throw
is
that
Dave
out there.
Chappelle bombing on the show at this level? $10 or $15 million a movie? Or did Dave Chappelle bomb when he was doing the goddamn hole in the wall in DC? Come on, dog. If
Dave
Dave
Chappelle,
Chappelle
like,
bomb
listen,
right now, it's a
Dave
problem.
Chappelle, like, he bombed recently.
No,
if you listen
he
to the
did not.
stand-up joints,
Nah, dude.
He did bomb in the last few years, bro.
Nah, man.
he said it. He said it on the stand-up joint.
He bombed coming back from the Dave
Chappelle.
State going crazy. Them putting going crazy on.
He said it, dog.
But he also did 12 hours in the goddamn comedy club.
Right.
Straight.
Right. That's the point. The point
He was
is,
there?
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Had the damn record. You know how hard it is to do 12 hours straight of comedy?
I don't know. I don't do comedy. I can't do 5 minutes of comedy. Listen, people tell me I'm funny all the time. They'll be give me a mic and put me on stage.
You should try sometime.
Right, I think so too. Regina Hall. Shout out to Regina Hall.
Regina Hall, that's her name.
Regina Hall, I love her. I love her. Paid in full, I love her.
Yeah.
Right. Vintage.
I love her.
Yeah.
With Ellen, let's go to the Ellen supporting Kevin Hart and telling Kevin Hart she did the Oscars. What y'all think of that?
Yo, Oscars is bullshit.
Go ahead, cool. Go ahead. I'll let you rock.
The Oscars is bullshit. It's ridiculous that we fussing about him apologizing apparently for something that he apologized for. You got people that don't even know what he said. Like, oh, homophobic and whatever, the case may be. You got the face of the LGBTQ community in Ellen saying, yeah, they still. I mean, it's ridiculous. Everybody knows if Kevin Hart would have, even to our point, if Kevin Hart hosts the Oscars, people that don't normally watch are watching. The ratings are going to increase. As a result, we know black people run cool. We are the cool. We are the product. We are the export entertainment business. Is us, right? So if he do it, they messed up. And I don't know what this bigger agenda is and why they gotta feel like I gotta put the thumb in the puppet master string and I don't know what it is. But they would rather, that's literally the definition of cutting off your nose to spite your face. The ratings would have been through the roof, and maybe they just didn't want a dark-skinned brother from Philly being that attractive in that spotlight. The last point I want to make is something similar to that. I read some article right before we got on that talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce broke some kind of records for the Louvre Museum in France because of how they did their video and they shot the ape shit video in the museum and all that kind of stuff. We are the needle to cool everywhere. So Kevin Hart hosting the Oscars would have been a great thing, but I don't know the bigger picture of why they would even have him trying to heal or kneel or kiss the ring or whatever it is that he was doing to make him not want to host in general.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel like, I feel you though. You right across the board. You right. Who can you find? I'm pretty sure I done said some shit. And like, we all got some shit that we just said. If you want to look, like if you want to find something wrong with somebody, you're going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this sensitive manner that what we live in. And what's crazy is now, like you said with the other subject, is we're going back years and years and years to find things. It wasn't something that was said 2 weeks ago or even last year. It was something that was said 8 years ago. And we're still, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody was saying, if you want equal rights, then you got to deal with what's said. Like, I think it was Maul and them on Joe Budden's drink, but it's like when it comes to the gay and lesbian community, it's like you want equal rights, but then equal rights is getting grinded up on the stage by comedians. And it's like, oh well, comedians shouldn't be able to say this, that, and the third about. Then you don't want equal rights. You want to be special. You don't want because whether you fat, you skinny, you black, you white, you gay. I mean not gay, but you black, you white, you whatever. If you fat, there's fat jokes. If you like, all those things happen at a comedy show. If you're at a comedy show in the front row and you 600, 400 pounds, you're guaranteed to get grinded up probably. If you're a pale as hell as a white lady and you're with a black guy, you're guaranteed in the front two rows for somebody to say something to you. That's part of the scenario. It's like you want equal rights, but then you don't want nobody to say nothing to you either. You want your cake and eat it too, and that's corny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's any way they should be. The community should be exempt from comedy. To be honest with you, I don't even know how you would think that would be. Okay.
I just think like we put. Let the comedian say what they gonna say. Like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even talking to you. He was talking to his fucking friends. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't talking to you specifically. Right? So then you, like you said, you go to the captain of the community and, you know what I'm saying? And you get her blessing. So now it's, oh, he can come back if he want to. Was that the whole purpose for you going on there? You know what I'm saying? Or, I forgive Kevin. I believe in everybody needs second chances from fucking what? You're a comedian.
Right.
He a comedian. Right. Say what the fuck you want to say, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I'm only talking to you if I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? Anything outside that, you fucking ear hustling. Right?
Everybody's so fucking
I
emotional.
wasn't. Did I tag you in my post? Then I wasn't talking to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go to fuck yeah.
So emotional. Everybody got their heart on their sleeve, man. That's the world we living in.
Yeah, but I'm not talking. That's the shit to get people killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way we play, everybody can't play that way, right? You get to say some shit to me that other people just can't, cause they ain't us. You know what I mean? And I don't expect you to get it, cause you ain't us, right? And I'm not apologizing for that. So whatever we say between each other, you know what I'm saying, is what we say between each other.
See, the whole twist is I'm cool with being right here where I'm at. If I can be who I am. If I gotta change who I am to be to the next level, then I'm cool on this level.
Mm-hmm.
And that just is what it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Kev need the Oscars. I think the Oscars need Kev more
they
than Kev
do.
100%.
100%. They know viewership is going down for that bullshit.
And real shit, I said it a couple pockets. I've never watched the Oscars. I will not listen. That shit be a Sunday that I will not give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I will not sit back and like, oh shit, the Oscars on, nigga. I gotta tune in. I'm not giving a fuck about that.
Ain't it like the Sunday after the All-Star game or something? Like, I don't even know what it is.
It's a Sunday that I'm gonna be watching some bullshit. I watch Grownish. I watch a Grownish fucking.
Shameless gonna be back on by then, though. We straight.
Huh?
Shameless gonna be back on.
Oh yeah, Shameless coming on the 20th, and that shit with Don Cheadle. That shit like it's gonna be good. Don Cheadle and Regina Hall.
Oh, that new shit with the finance joint.
Right, January 20th.
Is that on Showtime?
Yeah, Ray Donovan gonna finish up in the next 2 weeks, and then we going to that.
Ray Donovan, don't judge me.
If you ain't what?
Showtime coming back on?
No, not that one. Cool. I know what you're thinking about. You're thinking about the consultant joint.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh no.
Yeah, not that one.
Not that one. That's House of Lies.
House of Lies. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's another shit. Got Regina Hall on it, and Seth Rogen and his man is the ones executive producing the shit.
Oh, I got to watch it.
That's gonna be some good shit.
Yeah. What's the name of it, yo? I gotta record it.
I don't know, but that shit right after Shameless, or they right before, they right back to back.
We like Nori. We giving out drunk facts and shit. We gotta get our shit together.
Right, I'm the only one on. Y'all both sober. Yo, was that Madonna ass? Like Madonna got a fatty like that?
No. She lied.
That shit looked a lot like, who the fuck ass is that?
Nah, she was playing.
It's a shame, bro. Like you go look at the Rump Shaker video. I dare you right now. And look at the women that's in the Rump Shaker video compared to the videos out right now. I don't want to body shame sisters and getting all into it, but I definitely can appreciate a natural built, sister. And Madonna ass looked ridiculous. Literally. Like, I think it looked ridiculous. So that's all
It don't fit her.
I think she bought it like that. She like, who? I don't understand. Who told
She went to the hood to buy that ass.
I think she just had like some butt implants and she was playing like some padding and was playing on TV, and then it obviously went viral and clickbait, and she addressed it like, I should be able to do what I want to do to my body and not have judgment, yada yada yada. She addressed it.
I seen the video, bro. You got
that thing. I was like,
it's her and her son singing. I watched it.
I had to close one of my eyes. I had to close my left eye. I was like, I just closed my right eye too, so don't judge me. But
I know what you mean. It's like the left of me because we recording. I'm with you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Iceberg.
Yo,
I heard you got your B2K tickets, man. What's up? What day you going?
I had to think about what you said. Let me tell you something.
B2K and Trackmaster.
I only know one B2K song because Jay-Z remixed it.
What, bump?
And I only know one member of B2K, and that's Maybach O. Because he Maybach O. I couldn't name the other members.
Cousin Mike, you got your B2K tickets?
I'm not going to do B2K, but I'm not going to shame B2K. Because if you remember, BET, what's the AJ and
Free?
The 106 show.
Yeah.
They had a song or two, man. Now, it might not be my thing because older, but there was a couple little jumps between the B2K and the Bow Wow, Chris Brown kind of mix in there.
Yeah. Skills addressed it in one of the wrap ups. It was like BET don't love nobody like they love B2K. Skills said that in the wrap up.
Listen, they gonna do numbers.
Oh, for sure. It's a lot of people on that tour. Lloyd on that tour.
But hold on, let's talk about it.
I like Lloyd today.
I fuck with Lloyd. One of the boys from B2K.
What's his name?
Cool. It's
Look at you. You gotta look at the paper. I don't know anybody but Maybach O.
Listen, one of the niggas, the little nigga who hold on.
Fizz.
Y'all see who got served? Hold on. Y'all see who got served, right?
Yes.
The one who was cool with the young boy that died and shit.
I still don't know his name. I know Lil Saint.
Right, he hang with Lil Saint. Right.
Part of B2K, and I don't know his motherfuckers.
That nigga, listen. So this nigga hanging with. This nigga be hanging with Omarion Big Mom, even though Omarion not with his big bomb no more.
Right. Clear violation.
What you think of that?
Clear violation.
Right. I bet not see you
with
baby mom.
Yeah, he hanging with his baby moms.
Hey, cousin Mike, I bet not see you hanging with my baby mom.
No, that's a good little segue because it was what we talking about, like this the rules. It definitely is you don't mess with people, ladies.
No, they're not even together though. Don't get me wrong. We're not saying they're a couple, but they've been friends or buddy, whatever. It's still a violation.
Violation. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I had no deep dive. Right? That's it. Cut and dry. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's a slammed up violation.
You shouldn't be doing it.
He's stepping over boundaries.
Yeah. I don't even know why you're doing it.
It might be a little drama on that tour. That tour might not finish.
They don't want it with Maybach.
Lil Fizz or one of them niggas, I don't know, one of them little niggas.
Wasn't it 4 of them or was it 3 of them?
It's 4 of them. It was
one that I was joking. It's Omarion, Raz B, Lil
Raz
Fizz.
B the one. No, Raz B the one who was drawing out here still, telling a lot of stories and shit.
Oh, I don't know. What's the 4th one name?
No, it's the little brown skin nigga. It's 2 light skin
but it's
niggas.
4 of them. We got 3.
Right, it's 2 light skin niggas. Yeah, Raz B was getting raped by the cousin.
Right.
And then it was the nigga with the ponytail.
Oh yeah, I don't know that.
It's the other nigga. That was Lil Saint.
No, we don't know.
Right, I'm not even gonna speculate.
The other brown skin nigga is the nigga hanging with Obey Mom.
Oh yeah.
That's bad.
They could both walk past me on the street and I would have no clue who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know them niggas. Yeah. But don't hit my baby mom.
They can do a tour though.
Oh, for sure.
They can do a tour.
Right, but everybody is gonna be there is gonna be 30 plus, right? Because that's that time frame. So you going to relive it, kind of like we would go to a New Edition joint. Oh yeah, it's definitely a space for that. Yeah, they could tour forever.
Tell me this: are they is O violating because he wanted to be Omarion and B2K? Is he violating?
Yes. Even though he had a solo career, it doesn't matter. You can't be like, I'm Cisco and this is Drew Hill. Like,
No, it's a difference. I would say it was a difference because Omarion did like 99% of the singing. None of them other
fine,
niggas
but
even sung.
he's still a B2K. You know what I'm saying?
So what? You. I mean, it's a reason. I always say this. It's a reason why girl groups break up.
Right.
They always break up. It's always something. Now that's the equivalent of a girl group breaking up. When there ain't no clear reason why it break up. Now, granted, we're not privileged to what goes on, behind the scenes or whatever. But if that was a reason, that's not a good enough reason, bro. Divvy up the money in the background differently and do that on contract or paper, but that's just ego talking if it gets to that point where you're breaking up because you don't want it to be me and the Pips or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, you can't be like, I'm David Ruffin and these are the Temptations. Like don't do that. Yeah, right. You fucking
Yeah, but them,
B2K.
like Omarion sung like 99% of all.
So what? It matters not. There's a lead singer in a group. You
He can
can't
get
be
four
like I'm
niggas to
Bobby
dance.
Brown and
He
these
can get three
are
niggas
New
in the
Edition.
no. It's a difference. New Edition. Everybody played a part.
Right, but
more than.
But Michael Bivins wasn't singing the notes that Ralph Tresvant was. It's not irrelevant. And neither
That's
was
why they can't
goddamn
go on tour and
Marty
do New
DeVoe.
Edition shit
You know
without
what I'm
Ralph.
saying?
You can't do New Edition shit without Ralph.
Right.
You don't change it, man.
Yeah, he it can't be Omarion and, you know what I'm saying, featuring B2K.
If they want the check, because they can't do a show, them three niggas can't go do a show and be like, yeah, we B2K. It's a different kind of leverage.
Announcement.
Public announcement can't be like, yeah, we going on tour without R. Kelly. Like,
yeah. Right.
Public announcement, no R. Kelly.
Tripping.
Let me ask y'all something though. What's up with this? I'm thinking of something a little crazy. How are NFL players getting dropped as far as charges, but yet still getting suspended by the NFL? Ain't that like double jeopardy, or am I tripping?
The NFL is its own private entity, and they have their own private rules, and they can do what the fuck they want to do. It is slavery with money involved, which is more like indentured servitude, right? So they're going to fucking line Reuben Foster ass up just to make an example out of him because they're going to do their own investigation. They're going to look at their own rules. And regardless, you know what I'm saying? You're guilty until proven innocent in goddamn the NFL. And that's just the way it is.
Well, you've been
they cut
proven
the check.
innocent.
You signed the
But you
contract.
haven't been proven innocent, but the charges was dropped.
Huh?
You haven't been proven innocent, but the charges was dropped.
Right, but in the eye of the organization that has been having issues over these past 10 years with domestic violence, they're gonna line his ass up. Go ahead, Cole.
Because it might.
I think the NFL they miss opportunities to kind of do stuff or get stuff right a lot, especially with regards to that whole power and discipline thing. But they kind of dug that hole themselves by agreeing that that's how they would allow the commissioner to control stuff. But more importantly, if the commissioner just figured out a way to get that or give it to some independent disciplinary committee or however they figure it out. Like, you don't want to be judge, jury, executioner when it comes to that kind of stuff because it just will make the league look bad on some, even just personal.
But he is cool. That's my problem. He's fucking Judge Dredd. Keep it a buck. Like,
but even with him, he hasn't been in charge of all of the situations lately. But it's just a thing where as though you suspend players and then the police, who supposedly be the guys who should quote unquote determine if you're guilty or not, because that's their jobs. You got judges and cops who saying you're not guilty, but then the NFL is saying you are. And like, doesn't that seem a little crazy?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Cool.
Yeah. On some level, I think the higher standard is the police, but that's kind of, if you look at, I don't think that's the end all be all. I'm fine with them being even a higher standard than your local authorities. If you talk about Kareem Hunt, for example, like if you left it up to police, he wasn't charged initially, right? It wasn't a whole lot of stuff going on or something funky they got to review with the police department now, but you look at the tape and it come out, and then he off the team all of a sudden. So,
right.
I don't know. I don't really have a problem with them being able to do it. To be honest with you, I ain't got no problem with that because the players negotiated with that. So you playing like you playing in that space. Y'all had to say yes to that.
I've been saying that because they definitely made their bid. They got to lay in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you think he comes off the exempt list?
I think it looked good for him that them charges got dropped. I think the bigger story is what the fuck is he doing with this young lady still, right? Because it's the same girl that had the other charge.
Who we talking about now? We talking about
Reuben Foster.
He's still with the chick?
Same girl.
Yeah, it's the same girl who he had the issue with before the 49ers let him go because they kept him.
You need to leave her alone.
You better
She a
find
bad
some
look.
new stuff. What is wrong with you?
She a bad look.
Real bad look.
She recanted the first story. Now, I don't, that go a lot of different ways, but you need to give her some money to leave you alone.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's over.
Still in those same situations.
Crazy.
But I think he'll be playing just fine next year.
After he suspended and he got sit for 6 games, probably 4 games.
Two games.
You think that's it?
My prediction is 2 games and he back out there, and the Redskins might look like a subtle genius if he performs. I don't know the dude. I don't know his skill set, but if he performs, we ain't even gonna talk about him another year from now.
What about Kareem Hunt? What you think Kareem Hunt gonna get? We got the tape, but the charges been dropped.
He gonna get picked up, because he can play football.
And he's young.
It's a predictable game. Huh?
Young. He's still young. He's like 24, 25. The Ray Rice shit looked different because Ray Rice was 30. And he didn't have a good year before.
He led the league in rushing his rookie year, right? He's going to get picked up. Like, they probably hated to have to cut him. Keep it funky. They hated to have to cut him. It's going to, remember Kareem Hunt no more at 6 months from now. Same prediction. He's going to be playing next year. Whether the league's, what's the name of him or not, that's a different story, but he'll be playing somewhere.
Just like perfect example, Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon right now, don't nobody even talk about the fact that whatever he had going on before he got drafted. Joe Mixon balling, and he's going to be a problem in the AFC North as long as they cut the check for him, and he's still out of trouble. But he didn't. Don't look at me like that. I don't give a fuck how you looking.
No, I'm good. I'm listening to you, bro. No, you good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you good.
Joe Mixon, nice.
Yeah, he all right.
Dropped because of that a situation that happened in college.
Right.
That's the perfect point, Neef, that he got caught on tape on something, and I'm not even going to use domestic violence. I think
that was assault. That was assault.
An assault, right?
Yeah.
He got caught on tape, maybe even a self-defense, depending on how you look at it, right? And he playing in the NFL, and we don't even talk about it no more. That's what I'm saying. That's what's going to happen. My prediction, Kareem Hunt. My prediction was that because there's precedent in the league for this to have happened. It's going to be a non-story a year and a half from now.
Would it be better for the Chiefs to have set him and suspended him yourself, and then still had him available for the team than to let him go?
I think teams are learning release early. It's sad that we got to release, and somebody else going. It's easier for the team picking them up to absorb it than it is for the team to keep them these days. It seems like it's a play. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey yo, real quick. What's up with Floyd Mayweather sneaking fights in? What is going on?
He ain't sneak that
fight in. Fight the young bull.
Hey, $9 million. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We talking about $9 million for 2 minutes worth of work. And
Floyd looked a little daddish in the midsection too. I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga got a gut.
He ain't trained for that fight.
It's something wrong. It ain't something wrong.
$9 million for 2 minutes worth of work. What are we talking about? Why are we even having this conversation?
Really?
You could put me in the ring with that dude. I'll figure it out. Not Floyd, the other dude. 2 minutes exhibition work.
It's supposed to be 3-minute round. I mean, 3-minute rounds, yo.
It don't tarnish his legacy.
No.
Like, no. Dog, if you make $40 million a fight, right? My problem with Floyd is this, and it's been this for the longest. He ain't fought nobody in a prime period besides.
Oh my gosh, here y'all go with this shit. Go ahead, bro.
Right.
Here you go. You about to say something crazy. I'm listening.
Floyd money fucked up, dog.
Huh?
Floyd money fucked up.
You crazy.
If you sneak fighting for $9 million and you make $40 million a fight, I don't get it.
Dog.
How much money did he make?
Is that what you said?
He said his money fucked up.
Hey, that's what Man, listen. I'm not saying he fucked up, but I don't think it's impossible to believe that he could be or on his way to be. But I think you got to grab that for $9 million, whether you fucked up or not.
Why when you make 50 million? How much you make fighting the bull from
This wasn't a
UFC?
sanctioned fight, dog. It was
How
no
much did he make
referee.
fighting the bull from UFC, bro?
$150 million.
So why would I?
So with that being said, why do you think his money fucked up? That being said,
Because you fighting for 9 million after you just fought for 150.
no. You keep saying like this is a fight, dog. This was
I
not.
don't give
This
a
is an
fuck.
exhibition.
I don't give a fuck what it is. You did it on a sneak tip anyway.
He
He
did
said he
not.
wasn't.
It's
He
been
said he wasn't going to fight him.
right,
And this
and then
shit
he
just
came
happened.
back and said they got the paperwork right, and he was going.
So
That
come
happened a
on,
week
dog. When did
after.
that shit happen?
That happened a week after.
Come on, man. This nigga sneak fighting, man.
I'm telling you, that happened. He said the fight
Listen,
was back on.
Floyd Mayweather gonna be pumping my gas in Jersey before he die.
You crazy.
No, I
You
don't
bugging.
Mike Tyson fucked up $100 million. Hammer fucked up his notorious millions. Everybody kind of loses him or loses it, right? I don't think it's impossible for him to think he'd be on his way to some kind of. He not, the most frugal person in general with it, but I don't think it's because he took this fight. I think this fight exhibition, and don't count on nobody's record. It wasn't like live. It was a kind of after effect. That it sounded like some billionaire people that had money to blow and want to see that exhibition.
Right.
And you like, I gotta take it because it's good business to do so.
Right.
Listen, no. If I'm used to making if I just made 150 million, why would I make 9 million?
Because you're
Regardless
not
of how long
making
it took.
nowhere.
Because he's not exactly. You're not making 9 million nowhere, and he didn't have to train for it, and he didn't have to work out because he looking daddies
Dog,
in the
you
middle.
desperate. If you make
That's
150,
not
if I
desperate.
just made
That's not
150, why
desperate.
not go make another 150?
He can make another 150.
Why not go make another 150?
He
Why would I
probably
take
will
9
make
million?
another 150.
I pissed on 9 million.
He probably will go make another 150 if he fight old boy again.
Fight who?
Pat.
It's something wrong, dog, and it's gonna show its face. It might be episode 126 or 226, but we gonna talk about this shit. This shit. Hold on, hey cousin Mike. This shit like Meek. I said the Meek shit, and y'all ain't wanna fuck. You did not, you cousin Mike, but bro didn't wanna fucking believe me with the Meek shit. I'm telling you, it's something wrong with this Floyd Mayweather shit.
Yeah, I can.
So he hit.
It seemed desperate.
So here's the backstory because I'm an avid boxing fan, right? So he was over in Japan for about 45 days where he was just promoting the brand, right? So he went on his whole Asian tour, right? So you got people over there who saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, come do this exhibition. And he before he signed off all the paperwork, they put up posters and signs. He came back home and said, I'm not fighting, right? So you call him over, you smooth things over, and you tell somebody $3 million around, come over here and get this money. Why wouldn't you do that when you know that your skills are superior to a 20-year-old kickboxer in a boxing
Why
ring?
would you fight? It don't make no sense, bro. It's
$9
desperate.
million.
It's desperate. If I make 150 a fight, why would I go make 9? That's like Jay doing some shit like. Go ahead, cuz. My bad.
My position. I think that it is possible for Floyd to fuck up his money, regardless of this fight.
Okay.
Because of how he get down and all that stuff and buy $20 million watches that nobody else will buy again. I'm saying, independent of whether or not in 10 years he could blow that money, right? I think this fight is a great business idea because you didn't have to train at all for exhibition fight.
Right.
It wouldn't have mattered that you knew you could win.
Right.
I just think it was good business.
Right. So let me give you another thing, right? So here's a perfect example of that, right? Say I'm getting married and I paid Beyonce $1 million to sing in my wedding, right? But then somebody's logic is, well, Beyonce could have went on tour and made $100 million. Well, yeah, you could go on tour and make $100 million and go to 80 cities and go day and night and catch buses and stuff. But I got $1 million for singing 6 songs at a wedding. It's $1 million. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, they do that all the time.
All the time.
What I'm saying is,
I'm giving you that equivalent. That's what I'm saying. That's the business move. It is.
what minute are we on? Tell me how far we into this podcast.
I have. We probably at about an hour and a half, give or take.
Right.
I got it.
Episode 26.
Yeah.
Hour and 20. Episode 26.
Yeah.
Remember this shit.
All right.
Floyd fucking up.
We saw that Mike blew $100
And I
million
still possessing the best.
but Floyd close to $1 billion. That's a lot of money to blow.
I don't think he's close to $1 billion.
You do the math.
Why the IRS keep coming for him?
Yeah.
Oh, the IRS come for you. That's okay.
You worth $1 billion.
I didn't say he's worth $1 billion. I say he's made. Mike didn't make almost $1 billion. Floyd has. There's a difference, bro.
Right.
He's still the biggest draw in boxing as a retired boxer. Those are facts.
Floyd tricks a lot, I think. But to your point, Terrell, Floyd did the boxing game like the Migos and them people did during the rap game. They getting them back ends. They not doing the old Mike Tyson, your manager, jerk your money contract. Floyd does understand that. For then that you can't take that away from him. I think from a business aspect. So it's hard, man, because we don't know. You know what I mean? But I think
We'll see.
He's saying, he got you. I figure he's gonna slow down eventually, but you just never know people. You know what I mean? On the outside looking in.
He looks sharp though for those 2 minutes. I'm not even gonna front.
I ain't watched that shit.
You can watch it. It's on goddamn YouTube.
I got
real quick.
Right, I'm beat up on a little kid. He in that R. Kelly box.
Little kid was talking shit. It don't matter.
Okay.
I don't give a who he fight. He still gonna give him a problem.
I got a pedo, right? But the Jenner sisters were at Drake's party on New Year's Eve. Talk about it. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. So with the Jenner sisters, I guess Kylie and Kendall was at Drake's spot on New Year's Eve for a party, right? And I guess they shouldn't be there because the sisters with Kim and the whole beef with Kanye and Drake. I think they whole beef is bullshit. Me personally, right? I think them dudes genuinely love each other and want to do business together because them doing music together has been great over the past 10 years, right? That's just a sheer reality of business, right? That's just the way it is. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Go hang out.
Yeah, I don't think it's that serious. I mean, it's all Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the Hollywood side of the game where none of that stuff really matters. You can't really truthfully take Kanye seriously, like not on the mental health shaming part, but just on you gotta let him be who he is. So that can't be real beef. Cause what's the beef? You know what I mean? Y'all ain't busting heads when y'all ain't fighting when you see each other. Get out of here.
Right. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Except for the fact that he said, well, if I see you, know what I'm saying, it's on site. You know what I mean? Bust it right. It's on site.
Yeah, you can't beat Kanye up though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't even do that. Is what I'm saying.
Right. That's true.
You can't do that. Yeah. You ain't really gonna get no points for beating up Kanye. So you might just leave it alone and be like, yo, he crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You let him be.
Yeah.
So
you don't think Kanye bothered though?
I'm gonna hang with Drake.
You don't think Kanye bothered by the fact that, or feel betrayed by the fact that his sisters-in-law went to the party?
Yeah, he probably bothered by that, but who's missing out on the Drake party? Like it's a Drake party.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't care if you going or not. We don't have any issues. Like, he ain't said nothing about Kylie. He ain't said nothing about Kendall. We ain't got no beef. And I might not like my brother-in-law for real.
Right.
And yeah, right.
I might not even like him. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just going out to a party and having to be Drake.
Right.
Because it's Hollywood anyway. Y'all do it to the same women. Like, I don't even know
why
it matters if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brother-in-law. Let me tell you something. I ain't got a brother-in-law that existed that I would care enough to not do what I was going to do because of their feelings.
Right.
Get him.
Then I think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
And if
I ain't mad at you.
brother-in-law was Kanye, I wouldn't consider his feelings either.
Right. I'm going to the Drake party. It's New Year's. Drake throwing the party in Calabasas.
He's definitely he overreacting with all this shit. So I'm not gonna miss a good time because he and his feelings.
Yeah, and then Kanye not getting invited nowhere. Like, you mad because you was in the house.
And you ain't having no dumping party. Your party ain't doing it.
On one spectrum, you had the party with Diddy, Hov, Fab, Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? Emery and all of them, and of course Tata. You know what I'm saying? They all was together on New Year's, and then everybody else was at Kanye. I mean, at Drake house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You asked out. Nobody wants you in any of those spaces. You alienate yourself, Yeezy.
Yeah, he definitely put it on himself. Definitely.
Being a fucking weirdo.
Right.
You heard she having another baby?
Who?
Kim. Well, they doing it with a surrogate, but they having another baby.
Well, that's 3, right? That's the third.
No, this is 4th.
Word.
Yeah. They got Nori, Saint, in Chicago.
Nori.
Northwest.
Okay. All right.
Saint in Chicago.
These names, boy. Thank God they rich.
They'll never have to want, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, what was the album of the year?
last year?
Yeah.
Cool, you go.
I'm part of the man, so I like the 444 album. I love the 444 album. Terrell, I don't think you liked it at all. But let me tell you my perspective on that.
444 wasn't 2018, was it? No. That was 17. No, that was 17.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, somebody else go there.
Go ahead, Flush.
It wasn't Nipsey. I
Okay.
listened to Nipsey. I finally listened to Nipsey this week, a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And was it okay? It was a good listen. But everybody was like Nipsey. I definitely take J Rock over Nipsey. I definitely take, to me, honestly, I
Go ahead.
take Push over Nipsey.
Okay.
But album of the year, call me a homer, is Meek.
Okay. Meek.
Yeah.
To me. Complete. Like, end of the day, I listened to the Nipsey joint, and maybe it might be one of them situations because everybody was just so hype about it. So when I'm sitting back listening to it, I'm just like, all right, let me see what the hype is.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if I listened to it with a mind that wasn't thinking like that, I might have felt differently. But listening to it, I'm like, it's cool. Like, it's a good listen, but I don't see this is album of the year? I don't see that. I definitely feel like Meek was album of the year.
Okay. Bar for bar, song for song, word for word, best album of the year, Book of Ryan. Period.
I'm not shocked by that answer.
I've been saying it. I said it when the album
You
came
been
out.
saying it.
It didn't
You
get
have.
more spins, and I mean a close second was Meek, right? But I just think personally, Royce is a better rapper than Meek, so the edge goes to Royce. I didn't believe in the Meek album, and it made me a believer, and I'm still bumping it. It's an amazing body of work. But bar for bar rapping wise, nobody's album was better than Royce's last year. Period.
What you got? What you got?
I heard you. I think you. I've heard you say that before. As well. You know what I mean? I think I love the Meek joint, and I like the Meek album because of the social commentary in that aspect, and not that Royce doesn't even have content, because obviously he does. But I think from let's keep it funky. When you could dip that toe, and again the little Uzi Vert world, that generation below, and you could bridge that in the Jay-Z world, that's important. Now you talk about really at least 2 generations of hip hop, and I think the Champions album definitely did that.
And probably close to being 3, honestly.
Yeah.
Generations. I mean, keeping it a buck, right? I mean, like,
Right.
I'm thoroughly impressed by Championship, right? But like I said, if I had to, just being the hip hop head that I am, if I had to hear, bar for bar, like I said, if we was picking up people on the basketball court and I had to pick a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and it was Meek or Royce, I'm taking Royce all day. And then you got to think Royce put out 2 bodies of work actually within like a 3-week span because he did the Prime 2 with Premier. Right. And then came right back with his own solo joint, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a lot of work.
But that's 2 for Meek, though. Okay, we cool.
You on some homer shit. Y'all fucking hate you. You gotta give me.
I wish you could
And the
See me
Eagles gonna
smiling
win
right
the
now,
Super Bowl
Mike.
again.
Easy.
Yeah, this motherfucker smiling ear to ear. I see all 32. Cool.
Hey, cool. All right. Let me ask y'all this: Song of the year.
Song of the year. Go ahead, Cool.
I don't know because we definitely be on I'd be on a prisoner of the moment kind of tip. So I can't get trauma out of my head, but I know that's not a true contender for song of the year.
Trauma
Talking about
that shit though.
rattling it off.
Hey, it happened in 2018. I don't care if it
Hey,
was on
cousin
New
Mike,
Year's
trauma
Eve.
that shit, cousin Mike.
You say what?
He said trauma the shit.
Trauma that shit.
You got it is, but you got to give it the pride. Was God's Plan 2018?
God's Plan was 2018.
This is America. Was that 2018?
This is America was 2018.
Yeah.
Them two, I think God's Plan probably got the edge. Not probably. I think God's Plan got the edge. I'm gonna go with God's Plan.
That's what I was gonna say. God's Plan. So guess what, Nate? 2-1.
I didn't even say what mine was though.
Oh, you probably gonna say some nut ass Homer shit, but go ahead. Trauma, you know what I'm saying? We free.
Sicko Mode, dog.
Sicko Mode?
Sicko Mode was the song of the year. Them 3 beats, it was them 3 beats. Sicko Mode was the song of the year for me. Definitely. I love Trauma too. God's Plan is alright, but I really felt like Sicko Mode to me is gonna last. That's gonna be the song that you can play at the cookout. We're gonna be old as shit, and they gonna put Sicko Mode on. That shit gonna be like, oh, whoa. That shit gonna be like, you know what I mean?
You
It's
think
gonna be one
Sicko
of them
Mode
joints,
gonna
man.
be like goddamn going Frankie Beverly and Maze?
I feel like that. It's just the
God's
uniqueness
Plan
of it.
records though, man.
Yeah, God's Plan, dog.
God's Plan is one of them songs. Like I remember personally, like, man, I don't know about Drake and this, that, and third, and even feeling some issues about the whole, all of that, right? Just having an opinion about all of that. But the God's Plan record, the rollout, him understanding the pulse of hip hop and how to make a hit and how to make it feel good and how like you gotta just not like Drake to not like that song, right? You know what I mean? So I don't. That's my thing. Like if you talk about like I try. Let me show you how to make a hit, and then if you cramp that, then yeah, you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, but when I think of Sicko Mode, we talking about 3 different beats. We've heard songs where though it be a song and it switched to another beat. We've never heard a song with 3 different beats on it. And I don't care who you are. First of all, whether we talking about God's Plan, I want to hear the rest of that verse to that first part when Drake first come on. You be like, yo, I need to hear the rest of that.
I heard it's a whole verse out there. You know what I'm saying with that beat.
Right. 3 different beats.
With the
we never it's unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
A radio song at that.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard a radio song that, and there's so many bars you can take from it. She asked me where I'm going. I told her to the moon. There's so many bars. Drake, I used to bust it to the dance. Like it's so many bars on there that it's real hip hop bars on there too. But then it's commercial shit. I feel like it's the perfect storm.
Yeah, and it's a Kanye diss.
Yeah, everything's a Kanye diss. This podcast is a Kanye diss.
But Drake's whole first CD was a Kanye diss. Side A was a Kanye diss.
Right.
Double entendre.
Let me
like that.
As Baltimore men, as Baltimore niggas, as Baltimore men, are y'all happy to see what's going on with AB in Pittsburgh? Is it due to Le'Veon Bell? How y'all feel about AB in Pittsburgh and how that's going as Baltimore men?
Go ahead, cool.
Yeah, look at that fucking smile.
Listen, I think I think it's wild what's actually going on in Pittsburgh, and I don't care because I don't like the Steelers. Like, so, they can implode for all I care. But I don't know, man. Like, it seems a little strange, but not knowing the inside and outside. I guess maybe just a personality type, right? And so AB does seem to be doing the most. The Steelers, meanwhile, do seem to be not like handling it the right way. It's a lot of yapping in the media, from the Steelers all season long. Whether the offensive line was talking about Le'Veon Bell, and in his contract, I thought the unwritten rule was never talk about the man money in the locker room, right? Just you could think way better ways they could have answered that. So they was kind of crazy from the beginning. So it was really crazy to see them win in spite of Le'Veon Bell not being there. And what John Connor was doing was actually, I think he was outperforming in the expectation when you got that role there. So it's really not that surprising to see AB. I think he's trying to force his way out of there. I think he might see the writing on the wall, the league, the division getting younger at quarterback. You feel me? Like, and Ben might be on his last leg. AB just trying to get out of there. I don't know.
Fuck the Steelers, right? Like, before I, go into anything else. I really don't give a fuck. Like, whatever they do, he gonna go somewhere else. If he decides to come to Baltimore, fine, we'll take him. It'd be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real, fine. Like,
he would come to Baltimore. Not with
that's as far as I care. That's my point. If he ends up somewhere else, I don't care. Like, I don't care what the Steelers do, dog. Ben Roethlisberger is on his last leg. Le'Veon Bell will not be back. The defense is not as formidable as it used to be. There's no Troy. There's no Ryan Clark. There's no Shazier. None of them cats are there. So it don't even matter. Like, it's over. Who there? Pouncey? Fuck your center.
I agree. I definitely feel like it's Ben's fault too. The way Ben quick to put somebody out there. Ben don't know when to shut the fuck up, and Ben on his last leg.
Mm-hmm.
As far as anybody coming out as a wide receiver, I respect what Baltimore is doing. On another note, but I don't think Lamar Jackson is the dream quarterback for wide receivers right now. If you're a wide receiver right now, I'm not sure if you're ready to play with Lamar because all the things he does, I don't think he's a receiver's best friend as of yet. It's still early. So I don't feel like he's a receiver's best friend right now. But like I said, Pittsburgh, when it comes to a thing where as though you don't take care of your players, these things are going to happen. I've heard there's a lot of negative stories going around about AB and him just being about his stats and stuff like that, and that's not never something you want to hear. But receivers are divas, so
Yeah,
it's all part
he's
of
a
it.
diva receiver. Like, and
Right.
and that's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? On every level. Like, I mean, wherever he go, you're gonna have to pay him. That's the
Listen,
harsh reality of it.
the reality of it, they have a number one, and his name is Juju
Smith Schuster.
Smith. Right.
Yeah.
Like end of the day, he's the number one,
Yeah.
and he chilling, and he cool with. He's a whole lot more less dramatic as of right now. I
Well,
mean,
no, he just gets the cleanup because AB garners so much, what I'm saying, attention. Yeah, so I mean, like, I think Juju's a great receiver, but I just think that it'll be different next year without AB, and he won't get what he get. That's my point, right? Because AB is so dynamic, you got to go over the top, and you know what I'm saying, you got to go single high on him, and have your corner on him, which gives one-on-one situation where you throwing a 50-50 ball. You know what I'm saying, the Juju. So I just think as a number one, it won't show up.
all right, but being honest and not being a Baltimore Ravens fan, do you think AB going somewhere else, he'll be the same AB that he was in Pittsburgh?
Yes, I do. I still think he's that dynamic. Yeah.
He definitely done that. He definitely if he could get a quarterback to get him the ball, absolutely he would be who he. I don't think he would come here because he's not at that stage of his career unless
Yeah, that's not how we give it up for receivers in Baltimore.
Not right now,
And that'll never change.
Right.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah.
But he not no system kind of guy. He's that dynamic. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how that all played out. It's gonna be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, but they reign on the top with short like leprechauns. It's over, bro. We the North champions.
Y'all listen. LeBron saying he's the best. LeBron said Game 7, him coming back against Golden State made him the greatest of all time.
Okay.
How y'all feel about that?
What are you supposed to say?
Right.
Michael Jordan has never said he's the greatest of all time.
So?
Kobe Bryant never said he's the greatest of all time. Bill Russell never said he's the greatest of all time.
So?
How you feel about it? Is he the greatest of all time?
Do I think it? No, I'm fucking 38 years old. Why the fuck would I think LeBron James is the greatest of all time? I argue with motherfuckers about goddamn Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. Why the fuck would I think LeBron James is the greatest of all time? I'm not, but I'm not mad at him for saying it. That don't bother me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you supposed to say?
Right.
Yeah.
How you feel?
You're supposed to think you're the best.
Yeah. Go ahead, cool.
No, you're supposed to think you're the best all the time. I don't think you even get to sniff the conversation if your mindset wasn't, I'm going to be the best. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be the best on the court, off the court, in business. It's easy to see that's that dude's, thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I think, LeBron, my man, if you don't know, with that same story I told about being in school in Cleveland, I went to Cleveland at a time, left Baltimore, went to Cleveland at a time in 2001 where I went to see this dude who was a junior in high school play. Turns out it was LeBron James. So I have an affinity for him. I used to see him play at the Cleveland State Gym because the St. Vincent St. Mary games, it was too small to hold his game, so he had to come to Cleveland to play, right? So seeing somebody at that age, I guess it'd be like seeing Kobe Bryant at Lower Merion, you know what I mean, junior year, senior year, and then seeing him play for Cleveland. So I think his dude get criticized unfairly, especially in the social media frame. So I saw Jordan play live. I seen him play live as well. LeBron is my man. I think the skill set is different. I think the argument is kind of beat dead, and I also think that LeBron's supposed to think he was the best, even if maybe history says he might not be.
Right.
That's it.
Right, and if you take his on the court and off the court stuff and add them together, then I would agree. Right, like the things that he's done with the school, the things he's done in business, the things he's staying away from, the problems he's not having at this late stage in his career, and still being where he is right now at year 16. Like that's hard to take that away from him.
We're talking basketball.
Huh?
We're talking basketball.
I can't separate that though.
All right, I'm a
I
strong
can't do
believer. I haven't been the biggest fan. I respect and being the biggest fan is two different things. I've always respected his game. Always. Have I loved seeing him lose? I have.
Right.
Him being a Laker is definitely a beautiful thing.
He's my favorite player in the NBA.
Right now?
Yeah, he's a fucking Laker. It's just
right.
right. That's it. I called Cool the day that he signed. I said, yo, they're about to get me an LBJ tattoo. the king
you gotta
arrived.
Respect it.
Right?
You got to respect it.
LeBron James to sign to see what team we was gonna be a fan of, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Lakers, it was a plus.
Yeah.
What's crazy is, to me, I can respect the receiver feeling like he the best ever. I kind of find it weird. Like, I do find it like you've never heard, and Kobe's the most egotistical. Kobe never said he was the best. So the fact that LeBron said he was the best, I'm not mad if it felt that way. Did it feel weird? I felt like it felt weird that he said it out his mouth.
Right.
But he in the space where as though he feel comfortable enough to say it. And I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah. Kobe felt like he's the best. He might not ever say it, and he carried it that way, and he tried.
Chauncey Billups said that Kobe was the best skill player he ever seen in his life. Over Jordan, over LeBron. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Where do y'all feel James Harden as a two guard falls in the top two guards right now? You know, he just went for 400 points or something in 10 games or something. Was he averaged 40 points in 10 games? Only Kobe and Mike did that.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all feel that James Harden is better than D Wade? We know the first two is Mike, Kobe, the first two. Is James Harden 3?
Better than D Wade all the time?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna say that without a championship.
D
Absolutely.
Wade got
And D Wade got it.
3 times.
You know what I'm saying? Pre LeBron. You know
Right.
what I mean? And so I'm never going to say that. Like what James Harden right now is doing is amazing, right? So it only adds to that one. Chris Paul ain't there, so you getting no shots. Eric Gordon's out, so you getting no shots, and it's all good, right? So even with those people on the court, that those take away from him, right? So you don't have Trevor Ariza anymore. Um, all of those things are, you know what I'm saying, well and good and true. But he what he did the other night to Golden State was absolutely bananas. I cut the game on because I thought it was over. I like, oh shit, the game's still on, and that motherfucker pulling up on Clay and Draymond with 5 seconds left and draining that goddamn on carry range three was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and they was up 20 points at home. Um, that is what it is. James Harden's a great player, but I'm not ready to crown him top anything. You know what I'm saying? Until he get it done. He faded last year when he had a
Right.
chance to put the team on his back, right? So had he done that in Game 7 last year, we'd be talking a different scenario.
Is Houston going to regret giving Chris Paul that money? I definitely feel like they are.
No, I don't think so. I don't believe so.
Cool.
I don't know. I think if Chris Paul stays healthy, which is the thing, you know what I mean? Like
That ain't happened though.
right, and that he hasn't. So you might end up regretting that contract. I don't think you put Harden over Wade because I've seen Harden play that Olay defense. You know what I mean? Where you just
Mm-hmm.
letting them slide and glide through. And Wade has always been known as a good perimeter defender on the ball. So for that reason alone, I think Wade edges him.
See, there's that.
Definitely. I'm not here to argue that. But the thing I do feel like Houston shouldn't have gave Chris Paul that money. I feel like they signed him to a 3 year deal. I think a year from now he's not going to play that much. I think it's no getting better. You're not going to see Chris Paul play 70 games for the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to be available for the playoffs. He hasn't been available for the playoffs, even with the Clippers and all that. I love Chris Paul. I like the Steve Farm commercials, but as far as being a presence on the court, I feel like they made a big mistake giving him that money. They should have gave Capella that money, kept Trevor Ariza, and they probably should have kept Trevor Ariza and Okabuka, whatever the other boy name was, and let Chris Paul do what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Paying him that money, they're gonna resent it, and they're not gonna win a championship. That's not gonna happen. And when
Yeah,
LeBron come back, the Lakers are the second best team in the West. I don't care what nobody talking about.
I agree. Fair.
Y'all got something else on your mind y'all want to talk about tonight?
I had a quick one. It's not nothing kind of off topic, but I got to thinking about your favorite summer, right? And I'm talking about like as an adult. So if we talk about like summertime, what year was your favorite summer? That you remember that y'all was just kind of living carefree and living life. If you
Favorite
had one.
summer. Damn.
I was in the Navy.
Great.
I have a child. Like it might have been after you. It might have been after Brown left for San Diego. So when you left for San Diego, what year was that?
I left December '04. I was gonna say summer '04 when we was all in VA.
See?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It was a good summer.
we was going out every night. Like,
My best summer was a summer when I wasn't a father yet, and my money was my money, and you know I think that's I think my best summer was definitely a summer of me just Yeah, that might have been it might have been 04.
I was a father, but goddamn, we was getting so much money. Right?
What?
We was getting so much money and not putting out a lot. Like that, like, it's funny. Like, I think what was we paying, like $215 or $250
For rent?
for like rent and bills, and that was it. Like, dog, I wish. You know what I'm saying?
Shit was way more simpler back then.
Yeah, rent,
04,
electricity,
that makes sense.
water was all
04,
like
05,
$250. Yeah.
definitely. We was definitely
And that's
like
how we busted down, right?
we
Between
was
me,
up
you, mommy, Tiff,
we was at
Birdie.
Baltimore. We was at Baltimore or Philly twice a month.
Yeah.
Easy.
Like it was
Mike,
around
where
the
was you
corner.
at? Mike, where was you at in 04?
Cool. Where was you at? You was still in school, wasn't you?
I was in school.
Yeah, he was in school.
So I'm the old man on the show.
Because we was going to
summer '95.
Ooh.
we was going to like parties
Summer
on
95.
the water. Where we going to some parties on the
Down the harbor? We
huh?
going probably down Paradox.
down the docks.
Summer '95, man. I was at
You said
Howard's
summer
campus.
5?
Yeah, 95.
So summers was like summers, and think of a time where the Air Max 95s really came out. So like it was. So he had the green, gray and black. Green, gray and black Air Max 95s, and it was just
Right.
a time where we was living and kind of doing. We was teenagers, kind of just hanging and living and. But we was old enough to do stuff like rent. We was renting MPVs and going out of town, going to Greek fests. It was a lot of had a lot of nice times back there. So whenever you think of that summer, you think of those times. But everybody, women included, everybody usually got a time or a time a moment a year where they really was enjoying life and living that time. Mine was summer '95.
Mike, how old are you?
I'll be 42 in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike got some. Now, summer '98, I didn't have no money though, but it was a big hip hop year. My porch was popping. Real shit. My porch was popping because I had a cordless phone, and my grandma had a CD player, boombox joint with the CD player and the tape player on it.
Mm.
So my porch was popping. 9/8 was a hell of a hip hop.
Yeah.
Was a hell of a hip hop summer.
It
Cameron, Confessions of Fire, Nori, Nore,
DMX.
came out.
DMX was out.
DMX, Punk came out that year.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma was steady telling me to cut that cussing off.
Yeah.
That was a hot.
LSG came out on the R&B.
Was it?
Yeah.
My Body?
Yeah. So summer '98, I was in boot camp, right? So it wasn't the most pleasurable summer for me. But I remember graduating September 11th. It's funny. September 11th, 1998, I passed a review. And I went right to the mall and loaded up on CDs, got me a new CD player so I could take my plane down to San Antonio, Texas, which I absolutely hated with everything in me.
Yo,
but I met Juvenile and DJ Jubilee. And
what CDs was in your CD book? What CDs was in your CD book?
What CDs was in my CD book then?
Just in general, when you had your CD book, you had your go-to CDs.
Oh, all the Clue shit. Like I'm a real hip hop head, so like Nori, my favorite Nori song is not on none of his albums. You know what I'm saying? So,
what is it?
The joint, he be like, niggas trying shit on me, now that's gangster. He be like, cheesy for something uneasy. I hit a little back, I get a little easy. It ain't on none of his joints.
Nigga, the best Nori song.
The
best Nori songs to ever come out. The best Nori songs to ever come out was Banned from TV and Body in the Trunk with Nas. Nore album.
Banned
Body
from TV
in
and the Body in the
Trunk was my joint.
Yeah.
That's a
Body
class.
in the Trunk. But let me tell you something, though. Nori got to get a lot of credit, bruh.
For a lot of stuff.
When I was with Big Miles, and he bought Nori. He like, you don't know, CNN and all that. Like, yeah, knew him on that level.
Mm-hmm.
But he made a mistake and left Nori's unopened CD down my house. I crack the joint and I hear with the Neptune. So when you think about that as part of the inception, and then the Neptunes just changed the sound of music the next decade after that. No one get credit for that, man. He get a lot of credit for introducing the weird dude to the streets.
Right, and he tell people, "I'm gonna show y'all niggas how to rhyme over Neptune beats." He said, "You know what I'm saying?"
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
That NORE album was a classic. Man.
Like
definitely. Like when it come on, like I said, Banned from TV was my favorite song for a long time. Like with different rappers on it. Styles P. Listen, I don't know if you know, cousin. I just went to go see the Lots live, and one of the things that I wanted to see was Styles P and Jadakiss back to back doing that verse off of Banned from TV. Like I had to see it. I had to see that shit. That was a classic. Pun verse was classic. Cam verse was classic. Nori had the worst verse on his own song, which is terrible.
Yeah, why you gonna not bring up Nature, yo? I hate when you do that, yo.
Nature
you never bring up
Nature,
I just
yo.
Don't. You killing me, yo. every time, like this is a tough subject. It's cool to listen to every episode of the podcast. So he know, man. This is a sensitive subject between us, man. You gonna stop letting my man?
I don't show Nature enough love.
Regardless of rain, snow, sleet, or hail. You know what I'm saying?
I keep tails choking niggas like I'm Sprewell.
Yeah. Golden State holding your fate in the palm of my hand.
Blow your way like it's part of the plans.
Yeah.
I got to call it like I see it. Talking like I be it. Walking my walk. Thugged out orthopedic.
Yeah. Walking my walk. Thugged out orthopedic. And we on the phone with a podiatrist, dog. Come on, man. How hard is that? You know
it's hard. Listen, I'm not denying Nature.
I get pussy with my father's features. Come on, man.
Yo, he kill that shit. See me at 6'1", weigh a $170. Catch me box, y'all niggas never be packed in like Green Bay, Harlem Week, the Queen's Day.
Yeah.
No
DJ, 98 live. No replay. Yeah.
Make it seem easy. Yeah. So tell a friend that it's them again.
Nature, Noriega.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Come on.
But man. They talk about champagne on the rocks.
Yeah.
Shark salad with carrots, pork chops, and applesauce. Twin connection. Disrespecting, watch your body, can't even pump the shot again. Shorty body training. I ain't playing. I'm truly the worst to be the first to get the whole body fully reversed. Uzi your hearse, leave you double dead. I'm a bubblehead. I never listened to nothing my mother said.
Right. Yeah, that
stop playing. Hard. Like
that should go hard.
Don't do it. I can do the whole verse. I can do the whole song. Don't do that.
Yeah. I feel that.
All right, man. It's been about 2.5.
Easy. Get going. Yeah.
Listen, hey, Trellion, we gonna get to. I listened to the song too.
I ain't listened. Did Trail send a new song?
He sent a song like a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit. We gotta get to it, Trail. I like you.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Brothers Talking Shit, episode 26.
Rod Woodson.
They said that Rod Woodson.
No. My bad. Say less. You right too, cause listen, that's why I love him. I love him. This will not be the last time y'all hear Cousin Mike / Cool Mike on Brothers Talking Shit podcast.
Dr. Mike. Don't let nobody get it confused.
Doc, and I need that foot cream, man. I've been soaking my feet though. Listen, grown men. I'm not saying go to the go get you a pedicure, but I went and cop. You know what I mean, go spend $60, get you that foot thing, do it at home, get you some Epsom salt, get you some of that cream.
I don't understand why people don't take care of the thing they literally use every day. It's weird.
Better with it. I had to jump in my bag and make sure I just take care of it.
Yeah, we definitely got to bring that up, man. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, man. Because there's so much. You know what I'm saying? When it goes involved to your feet, like there's that stigma around going to get a pedicure. I go get one quick, man. Like when they cut my cuticles, talking about you had ingrown toenails on the side, and that stuff can hurt you and get infected and. Everything, man. Like, take care of your feet, man.
All right. I'm more of a stay-at-home kind of guy. I went and grabbed something. I went and spent $70 and got me a foot joint, got me some cream, got me a couple instruments to, I'm not more of a go to the spot and get it done, but I'm definitely This year, I'm definitely just on the type of time where I just want to make sure I take care. First of all, if you sleep with a woman, you don't want your rough ass feet cutting her the fuck up.
Right.
Listen, my feet was lifting the carpet, nigga. Like, you hear me walk across the carpet, like, I couldn't sneak up on nobody barefoot. Like,
right.
Real nigga shit. I couldn't sneak up on shit barefoot. They be like, oh, here he comes. Fucking carpet just stuck to my feet.
But we got to get rid of the stigma, man. And there's a lot of businesses out there that's starting to do this thing that are creating these health spas and these spots for men, right? So I know it's one spot out in California where, you know, you get the remote control, you got the TV in front of you, ESPN, they give you the beats, you know what I'm saying? They take care of you, right? So you're not looking all weird, you know what I'm saying, smelling
In a
all
female spot.
the, you know what I'm saying, the girly, you know what I'm saying, nails and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So
Hold on.
I know
We
a
might
lot
need
of
to
them
be
joints are
quiet.
showing
We
up.
might, hold on. This might be the key to us being billionaires right here.
I know. I'm with
Real
you.
shit.
I'm with you. We
Like,
got
this
stuff
might
cooking.
be the fucking move.
Yeah.
Because all we feel like, because the only spots you can go to is spots where it's women at. We might need to, you know what? Brothers Talking Shit, episode 26. We out of here. I'm not talking no more. I'm not giving out nothing else. Real shit. Look, hey, cousin Mike, real shit.
Facts. We can take this all the way off.
Hold on. Don't say nothing else.
Yeah.
This is some shit we need to have on some private shit. This might be the whole.
I need to edit it out.
Lakers at the sideline at the Lakers. This might be the fucking key. Real shit. I'm not giving a motherfucker anything.
Yeah. We out of here, man. Thank y'all for listening.
Brothers Talking Shit, episode 26. We out of here. Cousin Mike, we appreciate you. We love you. Bro, I love you.
I love you too, man.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for having me out.
Yeah.
Come on.